Once Subhuti, the great disciple of Buddha, was sitting under a tree in the forest. And suddenly there was showering of flowers from above. Surprised, he looks up and there were angels standing in the heavens, telling him, "We are very happy with your discourse. हम आपके प्रवचन से बहुत खुश हैं." देवताओं ने कहा सुबूति को, प्रवचन? मैंने तो मुंह भी नहीं खोला। सबसे बड़ा प्रवचन है मौन का। सुबूति बहुत गहरे मौन में चला गया। So when angels told, "We are very happy with your discourse," Subhuti was surprised. I didn't open my mouth. What discourse we are talking about? And angels told, "This silence, best discourse, the best lecture is silence." When a great master sits in deep silence, his aura is such, there is influence all around him. Ahimsa pratisthayam tat samnido vairagyaga. Patanjali says, when one goes very deep in ahimsa, ahimsa not, non-violence is not at grass level. Manasa vacha karma. We should not hurt only physically. No civilized person will do that unless we get into very controversial topic of vegetarianism. But we may hurt others' feelings by words, vacha. Sometimes out of anger, I speak such words which may hurt a person for a long, long time. I have unburdened myself, ventilated my pressure by speaking harsh words. But the other person's psychology may get damaged forever. There was a therapy participant. For 10 years he could not forget the insult hurled at him by his boss in front of others. Sometimes when we are angry, we don't know when we are shouting at others how he or she will be affected. One of our teachers, if at all, normally he would not, but if at all he has to correct somebody, he'll never do that in front of others because each one has his own self-respect. So I may ventilate my anger and forget and feel light, but other person may suffer for a long time. I may not hurt others by words, harsh words, but I may hurt others even by sweet words, by taunting. That's much more dangerous because nobody can point at you. Yamlu Bhavan, उससे हम और भी नुकसान पहुंचा सकते हैं। न केवल शारीरिक हिंसा, वाचिक हिंसा से भी बचना चाहिए। But Patanjali goes much more deeper. He says, violence, hinsa, is Krita Karita Anumodita. Krita is you indulge in violence directly. I hurt somebody. But Karita is I don't directly hurt, but I incite others. So I tell somebody that Mr. So-and-so is very bad. So that person goes and shouts. That is Karita. Indirectly doing it. Patanjali says you are responsible for that violence also. Anumodita. Where when something is going wrong, somebody is shouting at other, you support. Or you don't intervene, knowing that being capable and knowing that somebody is doing something wrong, shouting at other innocent person, and you don't intervene. That also is violence. That's why ahimsa has various shapes. हम खुद तो हिंसा में प्रवृत्त होते हैं, लेकिन खुद नहीं होकर किसी और से दबाते हैं, वो भी हिंसा है। कोई हिंसा करता है और हम चुप बैठते हैं, वो भी हिंसा है। So there are various shades of violence. All people are sitting in silence, enjoying the peace. I should congratulate most of the people today, perhaps remembered to maintain silence 5 minutes before. But some either forgot or they are not present here yesterday. If it's out of ignorance that I shatter the peace of the group by talking loudly. If it is out of ignorance, it is different. But willfully, by not bothering about instructions, not caring about others, being insensitive. If I shatter the peace of the group, that also is violence. Patanjali says much more deeply, manasa vacha karma, even by thought. I will not physically involve, I will not speak harsh words or taunting. But in my thought, I have thoughts of revenge, thoughts of anger, thoughts of jealousy, negative vibrations, violent thoughts. That affects my aura. And those negative vibrations affect other people. Physically we may be apart, but our pranamaya kosha, our auras, our vibrations interact. Sometimes we find somebody sitting next to us in the classroom, in lecture, in bus, aeroplane, train, theatre. You feel very uneasy. That person has not done anything to you. He has not even spoken to you. You don't know that stranger, but you feel uneasy. If possible, you would rather get up and sit somewhere else. Why? Because the vibrations don't match. On the contrary, sometimes the stranger is such that within no time you strike a conversation. In no time you become friends because the vibrations match. But this is about ordinary people. As far as great masters are concerned, who have overcome violence even at thought level, they don't have negative thoughts of violence, revenge, anger, manasa, vacha, karma. Then this negative virtue of non-violence, ahimsa, turns into positive virtue of love. जब मन में भी हिंसात्मक विचार नहीं है, किसी के प्रति क्रोध, किसी के प्रति प्रतिशोध की भावना, द्वेष और ईर्ष्या की भावना, मनसा वाचा कर्मणा से जब हम अहिंसक बन जाते हैं तो हमारा हृदय प्यार से भर जाता है। Khalil Gibran in his beautiful book Prophet says, describes the state of mind of such a person who is full of love. Perhaps once he went into deep state of peace and silence, full of love. J. Krishnamurti, the great philosopher, says, lotus of love blossoms in the lake of peace. When you are full of peace, you are full of love. So in that moment, Khalil Gibran's beautiful paragraph is, my soul is heavy with the ripeness of its own fruits. May somebody come, partake some of the fruits, and lighten the burden of my soul. I am so full of love that unless I share it with others, I feel burdened. I am burdened by loving others. Like a mother feels happy by feeding her child, by giving milk to her child. That is the state of the mind of a person who is non-violent even in thought. Then he becomes like Subhuti. Then getting into silence is effortless. Then not only you are blessed, who is around you is blessed. I often told this anecdote, how Buddha's aura had influenced 6 miles all around him, and how a king pardoned enemy king out of love because of positive vibrations of Buddha. बिहार में एक राजा के ऊपर शत्रु ने आक्रमण किया बिना वजह के, वह शत्रु राजा पराजित हो गया और उस समय के नियम के अनुसार उसका शिरोच्छेद होना ही पनिशमेंट था, लेकिन वो राजा उसको माफ कर देता। तो दरबारी लोग कहते हैं ऐसे कैसे हमारे राजा ने अपने शत्रु को क्षमा कर दिया। तो जो राजपुरोहित था उसने कहा पास में भगवान बुद्ध तपस्या कर रहे हैं, भगवान बुद्ध के जो स्पंदन है, वाइब्रेशन से पीसफुल, उसके कारण हमारे राजा का मन परिवर्तित हो गया, क्षमा का भाव आ गया है। तो जब हम शारीरिक, मानसिक, वाचिक हिंसा से दूर रहते हैं तो हमारे चारों में एक ऐसी आभा होती है कि जिसमें दूसरे लोग भी शांत हो जाते हैं। कई बार कोई टीचर, कोई अध्यापक, कोई लीडर बोलता है तो दूसरों को शांत रहो, शांत रहो, शांत रहो, लेकिन लोग शांत नहीं रहते क्योंकि वो खुद अशांत है। Suppose I am not peaceful inside, how shall I go on giving instruction? How shall I go on telling, keep quiet, be silent, maintain silence 5 minutes before? If people don't follow, then problem is not with people. Perhaps the leader, the teacher, the guide himself is not so peaceful inside. I may be pretending to sit in silence outside. But inside, if I am not silent, my words will not affect. But suppose I am very, very deeply peaceful, silent inside. I did not even tell, keep quiet. When a great monk is there like Buddha, Master, without his telling, his aura is such, people automatically go into silence. And in that silence, healing happens. This is called spiritual healing. In our tradition, there is concept of darshan. Going and being in the presence of great monks. He may not say anything, he may not open the mouth. But his aura is so powerful. In the presence of such master, your aura gets corrected. And healing takes place. So can we slowly rise ourselves Shanai to that status? Our present course is yoga. One of the courses running is yoga instructor's course. Earlier there used to be one yoga teacher's course. 3 months. Because real yoga is not only teaching theoretically. One should feel that silence, that peace. There should be enough time to contemplate, to meditate, to read. But when 3 months teacher's course was there, many friends from abroad would not get visa for 3 months. Yet they want to, some of them found that this institution's course is little different. So they believe it. Can we do it in 2 parts? For some time it was done in 2 parts. 1.5 month now, 1.5 month afterwards. But that also was not practical. Then the idea, can we condense, can you make routine little tight? But 1 month. Even people from this country also would not get leave for 3 long months. So we decided to call it yoga instructor's course, because teacher is something different. Instructor is some basic set of postures you instruct about. Dr. Nagatna and another great teacher, Kothari, they went all over the country, seeing various ashrams, institutions, masters, their way of teaching, and picked the best simple postures which are good enough for positive health. There are hundreds of postures, sitting, standing, lying down. But basic thing they found is bending your backbone forward, backward, sideward and twist to maintain the health. So 2-3 posture in standing, then in sitting, then in lying down and shavasana. Basic set, after research we found, if somebody performs this basic set of postures, good for health and also for therapy. So if I learn those basic postures properly and give instructions properly, then this yoga instructor's course was good enough. Even now, some of our friends, sister institutions, jocularly tell, oh, you create yoga teachers in 1 month. We have 3 months, 6 months, 1 year course. We say these are not yoga teachers, they are instructors. But we also tell jocularly, our instructors, and they are really, our instructors are better than your yoga teachers. It's not that we are telling. We got feedback from other different parties because of their routine. No doubt there is no time for library or going around, but the assignments, the hard work, the routine is such that this course is much more better compared to many other courses. But yet, it's the yoga instructor's course. They will graduate either going through some other course here or outside, or by our own hard work. Now we know the basic. Once we used to call it yoga foundation course, YFC. It's just foundation. But there are practical problems in the world outside. This term Yoga Foundation course YFC was not given weightage. But basic things are covered. Afterwards it's up to you to work hard and graduate from yoga instructor to yoga teacher. And there are plenty of opportunities here. While being here in 1 month, you can become inside yoga teacher and yoga master. So suppose a lot of disturbances around it, and yet I can be detached and attuned to deep silence within, then I am a master. Our Guruji says, what is the test of an accomplished yogi? He is very peaceful in cave in the forest. You bring him fish market, all chaos, and yet he can detach from outside and maintains internal peace. He is a master. Many people say that in Prashanti it's very nice to be here, but when you go back, you have to face the world. So Guru says you have to train, you have to carry a bit of Prashanti. Being peaceful amidst chaos is real test. I got a picture postcard, scene of a cyclone. The caption was, peace is not after the cyclone is over. Peace is in the eye of the cyclone. Amidst the cyclone. एक बहुत अच्छा भजन है. जीवन में कैसे रहूं जो जल में कमल का फूल रहे. जल में रहते हुए भी जल से ऊपर. पंकज, पंख का मतलब कीचड़. कीचड़ में रहते हुए भी मैं कीचड़ से अलग अलग. And if somebody is used to hustle and bustle of activity, life, city life, chaos, and put him into deep silence in a cave, if he maintains the internal peace, that is a master. That is a journey from yoga instructor to yoga teacher to yoga master. To that level, that my aura has healing effect. Whether we want or not, once we are yoga instructor or yoga teacher, some people will come to us, oh, I have this problem. Simple problem maybe. I have got this headache, I have this backache, I heard. I don't want to swallow a pill. But I heard there are simple postures which can relieve my pain. Can you please tell me some simple postures? So I can't escape sometimes. So a little basic knowledge of how some postures are helpful in certain ways. If I adapt. But more important, if my aura is that dimension, that is a healing effect. Because problem with people may apparently be physical, but root is psychological stress. Reader's Digest brought out a research-oriented article recently, telling that in future, like many people have diabetes, many people will have backache. Perhaps every second people, person. Because of stresses. When you are very angry, it's called rage, R-A-G-E, road rage. Even in our own country, which was unheard, somebody shot at other person in road rage. Now suppose I am very angry, but I don't express, I suppress it, this rage. One of the points, places it lands in a physical body's back. Neck and back are vulnerable points. Either I land in spondylosis or backache. So suppose my aura is a healing effect. So I give asanas for backache, but asanas become an excuse, an instrument, a bridge to pass on my relaxation to others. Whether it's asana or pranayama or any yoga practice, it may work at local level. It becomes an excuse, a conduit, a bridge to pass on my peaceful vibration, relaxation to other person. That is the spiritual healing. For that, if I want to be like that, I have to be free from violent thoughts. Even in my mind, I should not have thoughts of revenge, anger, frustration. I should be totally detached. This requires little practice. I may forget to maintain silence when I enter this hall because of habit. Past conditioning is such. I may forget. But by daily practice, first to learn how to be silent physically. Karata karata abhyas ke jarmati hot sujan rasri avat jat ke silpar parat nisan. रोज के अभ्यास से हम पहले बाहर की शांति को प्राप्त कर सकते हैं, मौन को, और फिर भीतर के मौन को. By pulling the water from the well through a rope, when this rope rubs on the stone bar rod every day, at the same point when rope rubs this stone, this rope, which is made of basically strands, threads, it causes a dent on the stone because of daily practice. So because of my restlessness, I may forget to maintain the silence. But we should not feel disappointed by reminding ourselves every day that when I enter Mangal morning or Gayatri Milan, let me try to maintain the external silence at least. And slowly from outside, it will percolate deep inside. If I am really sincere to graduate from whatever state I am to higher state. And best way to make ourselves soft, gentle, sincere, sensitive is to think about others, to be sensitive to others' misery, to pray for the well-being of entire humanity, to move from untruth to truth, from ignorance to knowledge, from mortality to immortality.